Now, plenty of ex-players you'll notice there. Steve Menzies, front of screen, the Golden Eagles, and they welcome out Jake Trbojevic, Kieran Ford, and the rest of the Manly Seagulls. It's a formidable record they've built up here. 3-0 this year, 2-7 everywhere else. And a lot of attention on this man, Jake Trbojevic.
Yeah, he's a hell of a player, Jake Trbojevic. A lot of people have had an opinion whether he should or shouldn't be in the New South Wales side. The reality is he is not. He's got a job to do. He's the skipper of this Manly side. You see the run out through the Golden Eagles there. Isn't there some wonderful players that have been through this club? I was down on the sideline before. I saw Cliffy Lyons, obviously Steve Menzies and the co. We see the halves there. Josh Schuster partners alongside Kieran Ford, and obviously no Daly Cherry Evans due to origin duties, and Schuster gets an opportunity.
Third time in the starting halves, so the present and the future right there. And Schuster made his debut actually in the 5'8" role against Benji Marshall and the Tigers a couple of years ago. Manly didn't win that night, but Benji said it was one of the best debuts he's ever seen. And this is where he wants to play, in the number 6 role. So it's Manly and the Warriors, and it begins. And it's Sean Johnson who takes the catch, and Jazz Tavanga meets a wall of Manly defenders. So the Warriors, they'll be back home in 3 weeks, but still some business to take care of here. Jack Murchie had a concussion last week. Good to see him back, and obviously passed all those protocols. As Aiken now met on the 20. And there's a powerful run. Murdoch Masilla straight over the top of Croker. That gets him just a little bit of a roll on, and allows the returning Wade Egan to wind his way down the middle. So good finish to the set for the visitors as Johnson kicks.
It was a terrific set, wasn't it, from the Warriors? The kick could have been a little deeper from Johnson, but Murdoch Masilla, we're talking, already spoken rather, about no Matt Lodge, no Adam Fanua-Blake, who needed to stand up. He's certainly one of those guys. Terrific start for him.
His minutes have been upped of late too, with that extra responsibility. So it was Jason Sabi saw there taking that kick from Johnson. So he returns to the first grade side. And there's a few coming back as Josh Aloye, a good, powerful run to the halfway line. We'll see Carl Lawton back a little later after his suspension as foreign. Olakau'atu always looks promising when he hits it up. Good field position here for the Seagulls with a couple of tackles left. Jake Trbojevic, the familiar run to the line, and then the pass to Schuster. Davey sent backwards, but the offload. Croker now having a look. And he almost got through. Just held on to Harris Tavita. Manly with foreign kicking from dummy half. Here comes Tuapolotu and also Kohler. They just mistimed their run slightly, but they've still got the Warriors. There, have some of that. Marcelo Montoya over Kohler.
That's a strong run. Kohler just come reeling out of that tackle as now the Manly Seagulls start to really fire up defensively. We see the replay box. Montoya.
There's now Johnson, but still the meter's hard to come by as they approach the 30-metre line with another crafty run from Egan, back from a calf injury. 3 weeks he spent on the sidelines. So Johnson, again another midfield bomb. That's a strange old kick, and then towed ahead by Watene Zelezniak, and Murdoch Masilla is there to meet it, and he had to get rid of it, and it was Aloye that snaffled it.
Once again, just a strange kick there from Sean Johnson. This is a guy that's played a lot of football. In his first 2 opportunities to get his team into the contest, rather, as we stop game now. This will be for Kohler.
Injury surveillance needs you to go, mate.
So that's as a result of that tackle, or that attempted tackle, bulldozed by Marcelo Montoya. Oof. And that split second there that he wasn't quite there, so up quickly. That'll be assessed, and he's out for the next 15 minutes.
Sean Johnson just touched on his kicking game. He's had 2 opportunities to kick it long and get his team into the contest or into the battle, and come up with 2 very poor kicks. That second one the worst.
Well, unless things have changed dramatically, there's no breeze to speak of. So that certainly wasn't the reason those kicks didn't go too far. Here's Jake Trbojevic now. And then a lovely pass as Toff Sipley threatens. Last tackle just outside that 20. Foreign again to kick, this time from first receiver. Same place he goes, and Montoya in traffic But there was an escort, and it's Manly to continue the pressure.
It's an escort.
But that's the difference there with the Manly Seagulls. We see Foran doing all the kicking. Obviously, Daly Cherry Evans not available, does 90% of the kicking for the Manly Seagulls. Just sets it on a dime, a metre or two out from their line.
So tap and go Manly. As close as they've been. With Croker backing back. Away from Harris. Oh, and then got to within half a metre. 6 more tackles. And now, oh, a crash play. Soft try to start the night for Manly. Toff Sipley worms his way to the line, and Manly on their way. So Toff Sipley.
He just barged over close to the line. Toff Sipley. The Warriors players thought there was a little bit of a hindrance in the play. The ball, we'll have to have a look at this. It was a scheming little run from Croker. Just got around.
Well, let's watch here. It did come so easily, didn't it? Well, Croker hasn't appeared to do much there, Corey. And there you go, try confirmed.
There you go.
So Toff Sipley, of all players, gets the first try.
It's a wonderful start, has been for the Manly Seagulls. There's been some great variety in what they've done in early stage. Only 5 minutes into this game, Kieran Foran's got his fingerprints all over the possession. Jake Trbojevic has had a couple of nice touches, but again, I mean, the Warriors have just invited the Manly Seagulls into their own end time and time again, and they've made them pay.
So they'll be ahead of the clock here once Garrick dispatches this kick through the posts. It's Manly on top early, 6 points to 0. Let's send it down and say hello for the first time to James Hooper on the sideline.
Evening, Dan. Cracking start from the Seagulls with Toff Sipley powering over out of dummy half. And look at his fresh conditions down here at 4 Points Park on the sideline at the moment. It's currently about 12 degrees. There is a little bit of a breeze that has just started to pick up since kickoff, and it is favouring the Seagulls. So we'll keep an eye on that.
Okay,
Just stay
maybe
behind, fellas. Wait
something
for
for Johnson to point to there. Worrying signs for Nathan Brown.
back,
4 in a
fellas.
row they've lost. The funny thing is they've been in most of them. In fact, all of them really, including last week against the Knights. 24-16 was the final score, but that was very much nip and tuck. Oh, that's a good charge from Aloy. He's had some big games against the Warriors over the years. Sipley, by the way, the try scorer, a former Warrior. As Davey bites into the line. 3 former players, Foran, Sipley and Carl Lawton. Jake Trbojevic. One baller there that had some of the Warriors suggesting it was forward. Sipley offloads this time. And now Olakau'atu. Oh, right over the top there of Pompey. Clean up work from Harris. Short side play. Here it comes to Foran. Then on to Walker. This really is ominous. He's wheeling and dealing Jake Trbojevic. Schuster. Along now. Garrick. The floater to the wing. Saab immediately back in field. And Harper takes the tackle. Yet again, kicking from roughly the same spot all their kicks have come from. Schuster this time. Here comes Tuapolotu. But up above them, Montoya. But he came from the field of play. So that's where the Warriors will have to ruck it out from.
Yeah, once again, a nice enterprising set as Trbojevic gets up underneath and drives him back.
So close, Adam Pompey, just strong enough to stay in the field of play. They're not out of trouble yet with Tenny Zalesniak. That's 3 tackles. Manly. Smell the blood in the water here. Johnson, a relieving run. Back now for Tavanga. They're leading offloader, but no thought of a pass here. Well, now they need every bit of Johnson's boot. In fact, it's going to be Harris or Walsh to go long. In fact, it was Harris to Vida. There's the kick, which sees Manly. Look where they are with Garrick already inside Warriors territory.
And the penalty. Terrific run from Garrick.
High tackle, mate.
Just got a little bit high in the tackle. Harris to Vida. And the Manly Seagulls all over the Warriors at the moment.
Okay, right now.
So looking at the replay here, was that it for Murdoch Masilla?
They've had some great joy early in this game, particularly this right-hand side of Olakawadu and Walker now, who takes it in.
Well, he's in for Kohler, of course, while he gets assessed. Walker, Warriors bound. Another chance for Manly. As it's Aloye powering down the middle. Tavunga and Harris with the tackle. Foran waits on the right, comes to Trebojevic on the left. Now Schuster just didn't quite connect with Davey. No panic though, midway through the count. Sipley splashes off them, another offload. Foran to Olakawatu. Olakawatu, what a don't argue on Harris Tavita. No wonder he wants to retire. Now it's Croker, comes back to Foran. Here it comes to Jake Trebojevic. Last tackle. Croker with the kick. That's good stuff. They'll get 6 tackles. Well, Harris Tavita, Corey would be thinking, I don't need this. I do not need Hamole Olakawatu coming at me.
Well, they fancy themselves out on this right-hand side, and rightly so. I mean, Olakawadu, what a beast of a player. So hard to handle. One-on-one there with Harris Tavita. What a much improved player this guy is, Croker, just coming out, scheming out a dummy half. Comes up with a nice little repeat set here as Wade Egan seems to have grabbed his right ankle. This just coming back from a calf.
This has been a torturous start for the Warriors as he continues to get attention. Looking here at Egan, just went down awkwardly. So we continue here, all Manly at 4 Pines. And Sipley, an inspired start to the night for him. Oh, that's loose. And Aloye holds it. Now it's Trebojevic with a run. So we cross the 10-minute mark. Croker finding Schuster, then that pass on to Garrick, but well covered by Murchie and Johnson. So they open up this right. And Schuster floating, then getting it on the forward. Oh, going down the middle and rolling back the years and almost getting there. Boy, he took off. Croker, and then the short pass. Oh my goodness, that's a strong put down by Hamole Olakawatu, but yet again Manly from close range just power over the line to get their second.
Well, the Warriors, one of the worst team in the competition at conceding metres and points, and we can see why. Their goal line defence here is very passive. Schuster got out of acting half and just picked up Foran. It was a nice straight run, and off the back of that, unable to react. Croker out of acting half and puts Olakawatu. What a season he is having.
Well, aren't some of the big boys for Manly putting their stamp on this game early? Mole Olakawatu, since he's going to score a lot of tries over his career, that's his 15th in 39 games. 6 for the season. And he's becoming a real weapon.
Well, 73% possession that Manly Sea Eagles have had. They've had 8 completed sets. 100%, not an error to be done, as to the Warriors only 2.
So, Manly, yet again, on song here at home. And once again, Garrick presented with a pretty easy kick. Pretty happy here at Brookie. Never changes his routine, Ruben Garrick, whether he's in front or whether he's on the sideline. Guides it through, 12 gone. Manly, 12-0. James Hooper.
Perfect start, Dan, from the Manly Seagulls on Golden Eagles Old Boys Day. And what about the big don't argue from Hamole Olakawatu? First of all, he sits down Chanel Harris Tavita. Then he hits and spins to send the Seagulls to a 12-0 lead after only 13 minutes.
Oh, look at the joy. Sipley and Olakawatu having a ball.
He pulled him back for his ponytail there, Sipley.
Is that what did it?
Yeah. Might be a charge come through in the game for that.
Manly looking sharp. No Cherry Evans, no problem so far. Perfect completions. Warriors, well, they just haven't had the ball. When they have had it, the finishes of the set have been a problem. Sipley again. That's his 8th run. We're 12 minutes in. Jake Jabojevic, early ball this time. Well, he's been strong with his running as well. Now Jake Jabojevic. It's his 3rd run at the line. And a tidy play. The ball, so Garrick runs. Straight into Murdoch Nasilla. Oh, careful. No problem.
Jake, give 10, Jake.
And the high kick for Walsh.
A really important period this next 10 minutes for the Warriors. They need some outside backs to really get them out of their own end. Their forwards are doing it tough. That'll help.
Josh Alloway, mate.
That's a huge fill-up for them. So, just what the doctor ordered for the Warriors. First mistake really Manly have made so far.
Well, they need to regroup, the Warriors.
Let's go, guys.
Plenty of fatigue. They've had very limited ball. And as you said, Dan, I mean, their ends to set. There have only been 2 of them. Both from Johnson have been very, very ordinary.
It's funny, it's an uncharacteristic start. Apart from the game on Anzac night against Melbourne, they have hardly been blown out of the water in a game. Oh, there's a strong tackle, and Kavunga with the offload and cleaning up his Walsh. They've gone nowhere so far. There's Harris DeVita. Just turning it in field. Aiken now playing it. Harris at the line. Back now his 4th week from that ACL injury. Boy, they could have used him at the start of the season. Here's Johnson. Now he went for the cute pass. It's not his night so far. Murchie couldn't come up with it. Manly again in good field position.
Well, Nathan Brown must be livid with what he's seen from some of his leaders at the start of this game. I mean, they've had very limited ball. They've had 3 sets. All have been incompleted in the wrong areas. And they invite the Manly Seagulls back into the contest. I mean, they are leading this game 12-0. They have full running is now 4 and just across field.
They just sit back and wait. Now well handled by Murchie. It's only 3 gone. Comes now to Schuster. Long ball there for Davey. Bending that defensive line. So out it comes now Jake Jabojevic. And that's put down by 4, and then it's a knock on. So a little tardiness coming into the Manly game after that blistering start.
Yeah, just Jake Jabojevic getting the pass wrong. We see so often he gets it right. As we look like we might have a captain's challenge.
Hi, Jerry, we've got a captain's challenge from Manly. Challenging the decision of a knock-on.
Well, we didn't have a good angle here, but perhaps the suggestion it just hit his hip for him. He may not have got fingertips to it. Anyway, we'll wait and see.
Sonny, where are you at?
Oh, it's hit him in the shoulder.
He's going to want another angle, I reckon.
Just looking to see if there's a knock-on from Manly.
He hasn't touched that. In fact, it hasn't hit his hip either.
Pass contacts Josh Alloway but goes backwards. There is no touch at this point by Kieran Foran.
No, I meant Foran. Right. Certainly didn't touch Foran. Right. Neither the hand or the hip. They're going to win this.
Just need to confirm that Kieran Foran gains possession cleanly. The contact is incidental prior to this.
He's done it
Kieran
perfectly.
Foran takes possession of the ball. The challenge is successful.
All going their way so far. Quickly, an update from you, James Hooper.
More good news for the Seagulls, Dan. Tolatau Kola has passed his HIA. As you can see, he's now back into the fray.
All right, thank you. Looks like he's ready to spring into action. So Manly ball. It is the final tackle coming.
Last tackle, last.
And Schuster goes to the air. Kohler and Tuapolotu coming through. Montoya out, jumps the ball. Taken mid-air. Well, they're really obsessed, aren't they, with going for Montoya, and let's hope he's okay here. He came down heavily. He's got plenty of height and plenty of leap. Obviously, they think he is susceptible.
It was a terrific kick once again from Schuster. Kohler looked to have eyes for the ball, did make contact. May have come down on his tailbone.
Marcelo Montoya has been a particularly good ball runner from the back for the Warriors this year. As there's another angle. Well, that's interesting, Corey. Kohler done anything wrong?
Well, that's what if you look at his eyes are fixated on the ball. He goes up. He missed his time of his jump. He does make contact with Montoya on the way down.
It just had that look the way Montoya fell. He must have been impeded with illegally the way he came down awkwardly, but it is Warriors ball, so they get that one. Tomorrow, the waiting is almost over. Boy, there was some drama today too. Australia's George Kambosos, he weighed in eventually. He faces undefeated American superstar Devin Haney. It's the undisputed World Lightweight Championship, and here's a knock on.
And don't they like it? The Manly Seagulls in front of their home crowd.
One play, Aikens put it down.
What must be going through his mind at the moment? 23 minutes remaining in this first half. Ewan Aiken just comes up with a bobble. Yeah, sure, there was some defence in the road, Olakau'atu, but you need to have ownership of the ball. We see there 100% completion rate for the Manly Seagulls. And every time that the Warriors have come up with an error, they have made them pay this evening. We'll wait and see here.
Oh,
he's kicked through at the scrum.
It's a differential.
No, you can't take the two off that.
Jake Trbojevic just confirming you can't take the two, hey?
Where they're going, though, you just wonder if they would have taken the two if it was available. Oh, that's good stuff from Aloye. Now Walker on to Schuster. The delayed pass. Harper a chance. Cut down nicely by Berry. Walsh out there as well. So Schuster delivering to Croker. Walker centre field. And now he takes them on. Gets past Harris. And then he lost it. He put it down. Oh, it's gone back. It's gone backwards according to Grant Atkins. Forward now. Olakau'atu, he's done it again. He has done it again, and poor old Marcelo Montoya is having a tough old night.
Well, just take a look at this. No self-preservation for his body. He comes in, flying in on Olakau'atu. Just stands his ground and sends Montoya. You could hear from the commentary box the air just come out of him.
What strength this young man must have. He doesn't
flinch.
Move. Now, looking at this, the bunker, if there's anything illegal here.
Ollie, I'll get to bring it up here, mate. You've got to tap it up here.
Yeah, that's all fine, and no drama as we expected. Fortunately for Marcelo, drama for him. He's off for HIA, and see if he returns. So more pressure now for the Warriors to absorb. It comes out now for Walker. Delivering for Schuster. Then on to Garrick. Scrambled well with Rocco Berry. The final play, Schuster, this time more towards the middle. Oh, Olakau'atu chasing. He had a couple of teammates.
Tohu escort.
And it's another escort against the Warriors. They can't take a trick.
Well, we'll see what the Manly Seagulls will come up with here. They're only asking about 2 points only moments ago. Tohu Harris just gets in front of the runners, checks Olakau'atu and also Foran. We saw Montoya leave the field only moments ago through the Olakau'atu contact. Has put Ewan Aiken out into the centres, and Sirinen has now gone into that left back row. So a bit of a change up to this left-hand side of the Warriors, who have been under assault.
Interesting, they're going to take the 2 here. You think perhaps all the stop-starts, the pausing of late, perhaps has a role in this? Well, that's the fact they haven't had many wins of late also.
Well, I think that one does weigh into it. I mean, only 5 wins for the season. It's a must-win at home on a cold winter's night, 12-0. The opportunity to go 14-0 off what's been such a dominant display.
Boy, he's got to be happy, Des Hasler, not so Nathan Brown. Three weeks from tomorrow, the Warriors, they're back home against West's Tigers at Mount Smart Stadium. What a day that's going to be. They've got their work cut out here at Brookie. So Manly inch further in front, 14 points to 0. Fans are happy. Flames are going off. But this man is on fire, Corey.
Yeah, he's been terrific, hasn't he? We look at there, 1 line break, 5 runs for 36 metres, 4 tackle busts, a try. He's intimidating. He is imposing himself on the left-hand edge of the Warriors and doing it with ease. 20 minutes into this game for Olakau'atu, and his dead set being a tower of strength above the rest.
Oof.
Stay back, guys.
Sometimes it's not fair, is it?
It's ugly, but it's beautiful. It's not beautiful for poor Marcelo Montoya, but the brutality is something to behold. All right, so Manly, 3 scores clear now. This is the 7th run for Aloiai, and each has had real purpose. 28 tackles in the Warriors' half. And now the quick spread, Olakau'atu on the collar. He's never scored in the NRL. Let's look at him go here. Comes away from Walsh. Great chase by Egan. Oh, the crowd, they rose here at Brookie. Quick play the ball now. Olakau'atu's got him backpedaling. This time Murdoch Masilla's first to meet him.
Yeah, they needed to go left there. Still an opportunity.
Finally, it goes out to that side. Walker. Schuster. Davey, and it was well read. So inside the 10, the Seagulls. Couple of plays left. Foran now. Olakau'atu. The flick this time. Foran. Patient. Oh, Garrick. Unforced error. Warriors off the hook.
Well, that's their first error for the game, the Manly Seagulls, and they are finding space right across the park again down this left-hand edge.
It's hard to believe Tolu Kola, he's been terrific in his now 10th first grade game. He's up to this point excellent in first grade, but he hasn't scored yet. I'm sure that mark will be, that'll come soon. Now here's Tohu Harris.
Well, they need some ejection. Bunty Afola's now onto the field for the Warriors. He needs to bring some sort of energy to this middle third.
So there he goes, straight over the top of Olakau'atu.
Well, that's the second time in 23 minutes the Warriors have been tackled inside Manly Seagulls' half.
It sounds bizarre to say, but 14-0 and it could be a lot worse. Oh, here's Marty Tapau now entering the game. This is Christian Tuapoloto. Nice round of applause for Josh Aloiai as he departs. 7 runs for 75 metres. That's an excellent opening stint. Simply similar numbers. Comes now to Schuster. A familiar delayed pass.
Well, they need to come up with something, don't they, the Warriors? I mean, they are doing double what the Manly Seagulls are doing at the moment, defensively, offensively, finding it really difficult to get out of their own end. They've done over 90 tackles for the game, as to the Manly Seagulls 45.
Interesting play on the last here from Croker, and Wateni Zalesniak was perfectly placed. And there's more dominant stats on your screen. Oh, that's an extravagant pass. It comes to Harris DeVita and in the Pompey. Work down the edge with Sirinen. Good to see him back. Like Egan, missed the last 3 games. Egan.
Behind him, Marty.
Now to Harris. Forward dumped! Jake Trebojevic. Forward pass as well.
It was Davey.
It was too. It was Andrew Davey there.
What a shot. Bunty Afoa.
Well, you can forgive someone for thinking that's the sort of tackle Jake Trebojevic would come up with here, right? It was Davey.
Get that into. He was sitting over on the left-hand side thinking, Ola Kawatu's getting all the raps. I want a part of this.
That's a great tackle. 22nd game of first grade for him, and injection for Manly to being a late bloomer at the Eels. And now to Powell. Bringing some force tonight, Manly, with the ball in hand and in defence. Walker. With Schuster now. Again, that no-look pass as Harper over the 30. There's Davey. He tried. It was a strong tackle, but it was no match a minute ago. Here's to Powell. Forward now. And offload. Croker. Handled there. Now on the last, Garrick tries to do it on his own. Oh, he might have been held out of this.
Mate, I believe he actually scored it.
Straight into the referee.
Well, simultaneous grounding. 6 again.
Oh, okay, Grant Atkins. Grant Atkins says, you don't have to badger me, I'm giving you a try anyway. But obviously the bunker's going to have a fair bit to look at here.
Yeah, Ruben Garrick just got into dummy half. He came up with a little kick. He'd be off the legs of Afoa. He was held back. Now, Atkins said that he believes he grounded. It was simultaneous, would go in the way of the attacking team. We'd have to slow that down, but there was no two ways about it. He was held back.
Well, then, obviously we talk penalty try, but there's so many Warriors defenders there. Do you just go 10 in the bin? Although we still have to determine if Garrick did get there simultaneously at worst. So they're going to get something out of this, Manly.
Well, looks like Wade Egan gets there first from that angle there, but he was held back. Here we go.
So
yeah, I agree with that.
I'm going to take the 4 points off for now.
We're under review the try.
So Egan's grounded it. Now it comes down to this. Well, 2 of them held it back, didn't they?
The ball is not played at after it is kicked into Bunty Afoa. But then rebounds off another Warriors player. We're playing on to this point.
Well, Sirinen trying to make
Bunty
the tackle.
Afoa at this point knows that the Manly kicker is not in possession of the ball, but still hangs on to him.
Yeah.
The ball is then grounded first by Wade Egan in the in goal. Bunty Afoa has held back the Manly kicker, Ruben Garrick. We don't have a penalty try because of Wade Egan's proximity to the ball.
So that's 10 in the bin coming.
Well, that's really well explained.
So obviously the Sirinen tackle was fine because Garrick was kicking at the time, but it was Afoa's work that was clearly illegal.
Yes.
So that's
Okay, it's not a
another
penalty
blow for the
try.
Warriors.
It's a professional foul, okay, so you got to go to the bin.
Bunty Afoa off for 10 minutes. Now decision time, Corey. They took 2 last time they were down here, but 13 on 12.
Yeah, there's no question here. You just keep the foot on the throat. They've looked promising every time, particularly out on this right-hand side through Olakawatu. And for the Warriors, they've only had 4 completed sets, and now they're down a man, particularly in the middle. A lot of fatigue as Marty Tapau now gets close.
Oh, my goodness. Oh! Almost got there accidentally. Manly were there ready to celebrate. In fact,
he's given it.
He has given it. Marty didn't even know. It's a try. And Marty Tapau has snuck his way to the line.
Well, he's such a powerful runner, Marty Tapau. And this is a result of fatigue and amount of possession to the Manly Seagulls. Gets the ball 13 metres out. Pene's just got onto the field. He is a fresh body, and that's his first effort in the game. Marty Tapau right on the line. Grant Atkins right on the spot.
Well, in a game where we have so many liars that say they scored when they didn't, this is somewhat refreshing.
Well,
got to make sure he got there, Corey.
Well, Grant Atkin is in the best spot in the house to make that call. Right behind Tapau. Ball hasn't hit the ground. Does he get there? Well,
we haven't seen an angle where it hits the paint.
There you go. The Warriors are shell-shocked at the moment. Tohu Harris is out wanting to... Here we go. There we go.
Under review. Stop the clock.
So Marty...
Looking to determine if Marty Tapau grounds the ball on the goal line.
Well, he got extremely close, as we could see. Had no right to get where he did.
Players know, don't they, Corey?
Front rowers do. Not often do they get across the line.
Well, they're going to have to... They're behind halfway, so then they're going to have to trundle all the way back up to the southern
Just
end
looking
here.
at all available angles.
Unless there's not conclusive evidence to overturn.
Well, at no stage can we see from that the ball has made it across. It looks well short. Well, you see Sirenen's arm. Does he wriggle it forward? Does it?
Corey, I think most people watching do not think he has scored.
Correct.
But is there enough doubt to keep this decision as
After viewing all available angles, the live decision will be supported.
Oh,
you're going to feel a bit sorry for the Warriors there.
there we go.
And Marty Tapau pumps the air with the light. Well, you got to take them, Marty. Sometimes they take them off you when they shouldn't. And that, correct me if I'm wrong, was the first play post sin bin. It's a good strike rate for Manly.
But, I mean, you talk about players. I mean, Penne had only just come back onto the field for the first time. His first effort in the game. I mean, he's been sitting on the bench watching his team. They've been under the pump. Nathan Brown would have sent a message down to say, come on, we need someone to lift here. Bunty Afoa's just gone 10 in the bin. And then Tapau takes the ball from 13 metres out and he's able to score a try.
Yeah, they shouldn't have let him get that close. But, Corey, that's not a try. Anyway, it's 20-0. Officially, it's a try. Plenty for you Manly fans to get excited about so far. James Hooper, down to you.
The Manly forward pack currently punching holes in the Warriors, Dan. And tomorrow, don't miss Australia's George Kambosos facing undefeated American superstar Devin Haney for the undisputed World Lightweight Championship. It's one of the biggest fights in Australian history. Head to mainevent.com.au to order the fight now.
Yes, he said it was head games, the weigh-in dramas. He was, 139 grams overweight, came back, safely weighed under the required number. And it's going to be Sunday at Marvel Stadium tomorrow. Well, there, Tapau well contained here. 3 tries for Manly, and they've still got 9 minutes with Bunty Afoa in the sin bin. Here's Jake Jaboyevich spreading it in there, 20 now with that extra man, and Kohler looking to wind up and not held. So he gets away from Aiken and also Harris to Vida. Then away from Harris. Oh, that's ominous stuff. He's going to be some player, Tolu Kola. Now, Olakau'atu. Well contained there. Siriman around the ankles. Back for Jake Trbojevic. Now Walker.
Well, they're in huge trouble. They are in huge trouble, the Warriors. 70 metres off the kickoff after points.
Walker copped the knock there. Now on the last, Davey keeps it going. This is sparkling. Schuster bumps his way to the line. They've done it again with brute force. They are having a party tonight, Manly. And it's Josh Schuster this time. He's bashing his way over.
Well, it is one-way traffic here at 4 Pines Park for the Manly Seagulls. Schuster, the beneficiary of what has just been a dominated first half. Terrific run here from Davey. Nice little offload, and Schuster, ball in hand, left hand, right hand, goes himself. Well, scores in the corner.
2 tries in 3 minutes with a 4 in the bin.
What about the skill set there? Just goes to the left hand, puts it back in the right hand before he then goes over the try line above his head.
Well, he's got some power on him. We've seen his silky skills, but boy, when it's ahead of steam, he's tough to confront. So Josh Schuster said earlier, his 3rd game in the starting halves. Second time he's been paired with Foran. Jeez, I'm not sure he'd appreciate that from Jason Saab as he.
Well, I think Saab's giving him a little rip there, saying, mate, I was unmarked, just throw it to me, and he had to do it himself. In doing so, he might have got a little tickle under the rib.
Geez, they're in a good mood tonight, aren't they, man? There's been smiles on the faces all night. Even from before they established this big lead, they've been up for this.
Yeah, absolutely. Right from the outset, I mean, their starting bookends, particularly Aloiai and Sipley, started the game with like a house on fire, laid a great platform, and they have just gone on with it. But for the Warriors, there is huge concerns what's going on at the Warriors. Down a man at the moment with Bunty Afara in the bin. They have had 4 sets. That is it. That is it.
Well, here's Ruby Doobie Doo. Not quite. Too much hook, but it matters little. Manly 24, Warriors 0.
Golden Eagles Old Boys Day at 4 Pines Park, and Manly are putting on a party. This man, Josh Schuster, he might have missed the opening 6 weeks with a syndesmosis injury, but he's making up for lost time now. Gets an opportunity in the number 6 jumper tonight with Daly Cherry Evans on State of Origin duty. Can't this bloke play?
The Golden Eagles, it's the great elixir, Corey. Just put on an Old Boys Day. The home team always plays better. Certainly that's the perception. They're doing that tonight, Manly. And still plenty of time, 13 on 12. Oh, Walker.
You talk about injection and enthusiasm. Walker, he brings it every time he comes off the bench. He's going to the Warriors next year.
There's a run from Croker now. Jake Trbojevic. That Davey pass okay. And again, the meters are just flowing here. And that's going to be a penalty. That's going to be a penalty.
4th tackle penalty, 9 minutes remaining. They are out on their feet. Half-time cannot come quick enough for the Warriors.
Dylan Walker, he's had a shocking year when it comes to injury, and he comes off after an excellent stint. But Manly now on the attack. Olakau'atu, Harris DeVita falls off the tackle, and Olakau'atu, 1, 2, 3, 4 needed to stop him. It just seems like a matter of when. Kepi. Still tackles left here. They keep the left side attack. Davey! Great tackle around the legs. Rocco Berry saves a try. Here's Schuster again. Now for it. Olakau'atu, and Pompey gets in his road. Last tackle. Forward on the short side. Comes back to the open. Now, who has that come off? Not a Warrior. It's a knock on Manly. It's a changeover.
It looked to have come off a Warriors player at first look.
Well, they've got their challenge.
What are you going to do, mate? Quickly. No, look, hell. Challenge over now.
Well, that's it. That's the end of that.
Jake's having a cup of tea and wants to have a good yarn with referee. Well, the Warriors, like I said, that's hit him in the chops.
It has two, Aaron Penner. And a penalty to the Warriors here for a high tackle. So that stat you brought up, frightening. We'd have to check with the Fox Sports lab. 4 completed sets. We're not quite in an entire half, but...
Yeah. Well, the Manly Seagulls have done 51 tackles. The Warriors, 133.
Goodness.
Currently down a man in the bin. 26 missed tackles for the Warriors, goes to 6 for the Manly Seagulls. I mean, the stats are alarming.
Just to power here with that high tackle. And this here, coming up, is just their second tackle officially inside Manly territory, as compared to 43 the other way. Now Tohu Harris. Comes out to Johnson. Murchie is stopped quickly. So only the 12 players to work with here is Johnson. Floating, and now Harris to beat. Oh, there's a tackle from Kohler. Now it's come off Kohler. And the referee says, yes, it is a knock on. Boy, oh boy, his eyes lit up Tolu Kohler. He launched.
Just behind.
And Reece Walsh,
Come in.
just evasive enough not to cop the full brunt of that.
Clock's on. Come forward.
Well, it's another repeat set. Well, a repeat set for the Warriors, which is a rarity. They can just pinch one before half-time. At least it gives them something.
They'll take them any way they can get them at the moment. The Warriors pinch one, buy one, steal one, doesn't matter.
Here's Walsh now on the right side. Just his third run, but they haven't had the ball. They haven't had a chance to run. A kick early, and that's about it. Extra tackle coming. Murchie to the 20. Harris now. Johnson keeps it going. Harris to beat the dummy.
Yeah, they got it wrong.
There's an obstruction. It's just not their night. It is just not their night at all.
We see down this left-hand side, Toru Harris just goes to line. Johnson plays early to Harris to Vida. And in doing so, the decoy runner's just getting caught up. He might go and get a pie and chips at half-time and not return.
It's been done before.
Cup of tea, pie and chips, warm himself up, sit in the stands.
Wasn't it the great Jack Gibson who, in the grand final, didn't even show up at a half-time? There's Bunty Afoa back, so it cost them 2 tries. There's another fend for a Manly player. This time Egan, the recipient. There's now Jake Jabojevic. Oh, Kawatu winds up. What a half. That's his 12th run. Kepi. Geez, they just sit back and wait. And Kepi to the 10. Now comes to Schuster. And that time the pass.
To me.
It's called forward, either out of the hands or a knock on. It was loose.
For the Warriors, 3.5 minutes. They're back to their full contingent of players. They go down the left-hand side. Schuster has thrown it at Harper's knee.
15 seconds.
One thing I hear you experts talk about with Josh Schuster, wonderful talent, but the simple things like that are things he has to work on.
Yeah, I mean, there's no questioning the skill set, and his ability and the talent, as you mentioned, but you're spot on. I mean, when you're playing such a dominant role, whether it be 6 or 7, or even edge back role for that matter, when he comes into that role, you need to really sort of rely on the default, and that's the basic fundamentals. Catch the ball, pass the ball, look where you're parking. Egan now at acting half.
That's a good, strong run from Egan out of that dummy half position. So Watini and Leslie are working it out. Course, getting it on. Just there in numbers, man. The Warriors, not surprisingly, not a single line break. And on the other hand, have had 5. So 2 minutes 20 to go. Tomorrow, good game, match of the round, really. It's the Sunday ticket live from 3. And Fox Sports, the only place you can watch the Raiders and the Roosters. Ad break free during play. And then, full time, the great ET, Andrew Eddingshausen and Matt Moylan join Sunday night with Matty Johns. They'll look ahead to Wednesday night and look back at this round 13. To Power. Over halfway.
I mean, he's been terrific since he's come on. To Power off the bench. That's his 9th run.
Olakau'atu.
There's none better in the first half than Olakau'atu.
He doesn't get tired. Egan might have copped one in the mouth there. Last tackle. Foran's kick. Walsh. He's just got nowhere to go. He's trapped in his 10. So Montoya, good to see him return after taking that knock. Trying to tackle Olakau'atu, and he's not happy. Careful, that's a big fella, Marcelo. He's got some size himself, and time ticking away here. The big unit's not happy.
Well, they might be able to just hold this for another minute and get straight to the sheds at half-time. The Warriors, it's the only thing they're a chance of winning here at the moment.
Half-time back to the studio, of course. Braith running the show as usual on a Saturday.
What about the A-team back in the studio? Anasta, Ennis, Marshall.
Stay there.
You're not counting yourself as part of the A-team?
No, not at all. Not amongst those 3
luminaries?
Yes.
They're ready to play. Wait. Go 2. Thanks, mate.
And here's Watini's a Leslie Huck. Now Egan. Extravagant spin there from Penne. Just a couple of plays left here. 92% of this first half has been played in this half of the field. Johnson now with a kick. That's his longest kick for the night. Well, here we go. Saab. Oh, he got bumped out of that, you know. No, the ref says it's all okay. Now, what's Walsh got for us? Oh, don't stand there. Don't stand there, Reese. That is symptomatic and great encapsulation of the first half smash-up here at Brookvale. And again, tempers is fraying a little. Walsh just wanted to take the tackle and,
Well, it was game on. It was still game on. Harper had every right to do what he did. I know that it may have looked like there was a gentleman's agreement, but Walsh, all he needed to do was take a step over the sideline, half finished.
Well, maybe that'll fire the Warriors up a bit for this second half. They need something. Half-time, 4 Pines, Manly, as they stand here at Brookie. 24 points to 0. There's Amole Olakau'atu.
We talk about people that have had a presence in that first half. Olakau'atu. Have a look at some of his numbers. 55 post-contact metres, 113 metres, 6 tackle busts, a line break assist, a try.
Well, that's a very good...
HIA to his...
That's a very good full game that he's got statistically already in 40 minutes.
He's left in his wake as well, yeah.
A trail of destruction, Corey. A trail of destruction. Well, this is yet another character test for the Warriors. Problem is they haven't been in this position all that often. It's normally been nice and close at halftime in their clashes this year. Marty Tapau. He had 9 runs in the first half. Sipley 8 runs. LIA 7 big runs. Olakau'atu 13 of them. They were lining up. Sean Kepi, they got him nice and cranky just before halftime. There's Jake Jaboyevich. Been a little more prone to run tonight. As Olakau'atu well handled this time. Couldn't get the offload either. To Powell. Impactful run of the set, and then an offload as well, if you don't mind. Goose stepping away is Garrick. And yet again, Manly finish the set deep inside Warriors territory.
Well, for 4 tackles, the Warriors that started that half, not too bad.
Schuster, the high kick coming through. Saab, oh, he mistimed his run, and a good catch by Reece Walsh.
Yeah, it was Martin Tapau in his second run to start the second half. Come up with a late offload. Ruben Garrick found some space up through the middle as now the Manly Seagulls start to really turn the screws defensively.
So here's Walsh now, tackle number 3. And flips the pass for Berry. Back after a few weeks out. He last played against the Sharks in that dark afternoon for the Warriors when they lost, having 13 on 12 and 13 on 11. That's a kick from inside the 40, but easily contained.
Well, I like the play, a play-3 kick to try and turn the Manly Seagulls around, but if you're going to come up with a play like that, it needs to find the grass. There was plenty of space, and he found Garrick on the full. And on the first tackle at a halfway line.
That's where Christian Tuipulotu plays it. To Powell. Still unsigned beyond this year, 13th year of first grade. Jake Jaboyevich, there's a familiar ball playing. Oh, Kepi threatens 30 metres away. Foran getting it onto Olakau'atu, gets over Harris to Vida, carries him up to the 10.
He might have nightmares tonight.
Now,
For Vida.
this is a penalty.
Adam stole it, mate.
Ball ripped out illegally. They can't stop him. They just cannot find a way to contain him, and pretty clear evidence there of Adam Pompey's steal.
He's running right. He gets up with a bit of a limp. You see his, what he said there, yeah, just a little cork in the quad. Absolutely running havoc out on that right-hand side for the Manly Seagulls.
He will have no interest in coming off.
Thanks, mate.
So they met him on the 20. He's dragged them to the 10. 15 runs now. And Garrick's going to have a shot at goal here. So on a tight angle, obviously he's a very good kicker. Is this the old let's pretend the game's 0-0 coming into the second half routine?
That might be the old 0-0. When they ran out, it's 0-0. Oldest cliche in the book.
Well, every point does count, and they look like they're having the sort of season where they could be in a for and against battle. They'll spot in the top 8 Manly. Shapes as their 6th win of the year. For and against has taken a bit of a battering. Actually, they're -60. So they do need to take advantage of nights like this when they have a chance to put a score on. He's got it, Ruben Garrick. So just the one miss for him. Manly inch out to 26 points to 0. Let's take you down to the sideline. James Hooper.
Good news, you can see that man on screen right now, Dylan Walker. He has been cleared to return to the field of play. We saw him come off, looked to have a little bit of a back, a little bit of a hamstring issue late in the opening half, but good news, he will be fit and available for the second half.
Vigor Hoops. Carl Lawton, you can see there, he hasn't been used as yet for Manly.
Stay behind.
For the Warriors, Taniela Otukolo has yet to see any game time. Strange old kick there.
They can't even get the kick-off right at the moment.
To Powell, more sideways here than forwards with sturdier defence. Trebojevic for forward. Now Kohler. Line break for him in the first half. In fact, that's his 3rd run, and he's up near 80 metres. Where this time for Olakau'atu to go. Garrick
He's been busy, Garrett, coming out of his own end, just helping his middle forwards. I mean, they've had all the running of the ball.
Certainly used to playing fullback now, 6th game there this year. Prospect of a lot more with, of course, Tom Trbojevic gone for the year as Montoya brings it back for the Warriors. Careful, Adam Pompey dropped it behind him. That was rugby style. There's now a nice link-up work there between Harris, DeVito and Walsh. That's a better start of the set for the Warriors, albeit a little risky. Egan now, weaving. And then Horse Collar, 6 tackles, comes the way of the visitors. Penne. Harris, under a 4. His sin bin that opened the door for tries number 3 and 4. Here's a short side play as Aiken gets to within 5 metres. This is as close as they've been, the Warriors. Wade Egan. This is the first time they've had multiple tackles in the opposition 20. The kick from Harris to Vida. Tricky. Murchie on his own. Now they've flipped him over. Morgan Harper with remarkable work. And right now it's no try.
Well, this is exceptional if Harper's been able to stop him.
No try. Chris confirmed he's held up.
It was a wonderful kick from Harris to Vida. Murchie had a free run to the line. Schuster.
He looked home, Murchie.
The kick chasers are onside.
Kick chasers on the right are onside.
Murchie comes outside in on the right-hand side of Schuster.
Clear run to the ball.
And Harper.
Now looking to see if Jack
that's
Murchie grounds the
exceptional.
ball.
What about the strength?
This is great for Morgan Harper. You know, that night against Talakai, he has said it still haunts him. And that's a great defensive play for Morgan Harper. Big smile on the face. He's done it. He saved the try.
Well, he had
Jack
no
Murchie
right.
fails to ground the ball in goal.
Had no right to come
have
up
a
with that
decision.
sort of tackle to save his team. A 4-pointer, 26-0. That is a big play. Morgan Harper.
Just hold, Jake.
He's hooked that night.
Held up.
Then was left out of the first grade team, but he's back, and that's a terrific play. And because it was the last tackle, it's a changeover. Well, that's as close as the Warriors have been.
Hold, square you and hold.
Slightly concerning for Manly that Murchie had such an easy passage to that ball. No damage done.
Move now. Hold, hold.
And to Power again, rolling his sleeves up. Coming off the bench regularly this year. Olakoatu. You've got him again. So the last couple of times he's been well handled. That was Aiken all over him. And Croker can't make an incision. So not many murders from Manly. That's as good a defensive set as the Warriors have had. And not much on that kick, so Walsh losing in on halfway.
Well, there's a good opportunity for the Warriors to really start to mount some pressure in regards to field position.
Twisting tackle there.
How much of a toll will that first half, particularly defensively, will it take on the Warriors team? A lot of fatigue in that middle.
He's full of confidence now. Harper went in for the big shot on Atemi Lesniak. Here's Harris. Harris to Vida. Walsh on the run. 4 and down low. Here it comes now. Harris's pass well read there. As Penne gets over the 20. Last play here. It's Harris to Vida. Johnson, this time through the hands. Berry, cut down, and Harper has done it again.
Yeah, great tackle. No one panicked out on this left-hand side for the Manly Seagulls. Schuster, Harper, they all went through the process. Shut the play down.
Warriors loading up here. And just for the first time, there's a bit of hard yakka here for the Seagulls. Just the penalty goal in this second half.
We saw in the first half they got some success out of just a couple of early shifts, a couple of long passes out of dummy half. Another strong run from Tapau.
Up there now, Aikens made some strong tackles in this second half. And the two big impact players for Manly, Nkuatu and Tapau. And a kick now from Foran. Pretty innocuous. So we hardly saw Walsh with it in the first half, and he's had... Oh, that's Penne. It's Penne there clutching at that left arm, left shoulder. Penalty Warriors. So Penne straight off. That's the bad for the Warriors, but the good here is get some more field position with Jazz Tavanga to come into the game.
And the Warriors, once again, just got a little bit of a leg up. We see the injury to Penne.
Been a mainstay for the Warriors this year. Played all but 2 games.
Hard to see what went wrong in that one. But the Warriors up over the 40. Fresh set. What can they do? Back-to-back defensive sets here for the Manly Seagulls. Harris Tavita has been running the show in going in sets. Sean Johnson hasn't yet been seen.
Here's Tavanga barging his way to the 20. Now as Egan goes back to Harris Tavita. Here's Harris. Oh, Pompey straight over the top of Foran. Closing in now. Harris to Johnson. Comes out to Berry. Berry and Harper. Harper! Then the pass. And Manly come up with it. Harper is having a dream defensive second half. That's 3 significant plays he's come up with.
Yeah, really good play there from Morgan Harper. But, I mean, I don't want to sound one side, but Sean Johnson needs to isolate. He needs to take on someone's inside shoulder and give some time and space to his outside runners. There's only one way that Berry was able to go, and that was out over the sideline. He's their marquee guy. He's their number 7. He is their man that they need with ball in hand.
So again, Manly, not too many metres. So it's a different story for them. Rucking it out in this second half, although that's a tricky kick. Walsh puts it down. It's a knock-on. Well, out of... in fact, no, it's a penalty. Manly offside. Yeah, just getting the little things going their way now, the Warriors. Maybe they're a team that deserves a little bit of luck after what transpired in the first half. James Hooper.
Double change for Des Hasler. Dan, the starting front row is Josh Alloy and also Toff Sipley back into the action. Both outstanding in their opening stints.
Well, that might get them going with those sets, Hoops. As more defensive work coming, though, for them. So things much more even in this second half so far.
Yeah, terrific stint from Tapau. 15 runs, 135 run metres, 3 tackle busts, a try off the bench.
Goes to Runga. 3 defenders there looking to stop the offload, which they did. Johnson to Harris. Now Walsh on the run. Harper. This time Walsh is allowed to continue. Back inside for Murchie. They won't stop him this time. Murchie is over. Well, all the Manly defenders paused. They thought the Harper tackle was complete. Walsh is hurt. Warriors on the board. It's a long way home for the visitors, but there's been a momentum shift here at Brookvale.
Yeah, they come down to this right-hand side. We see Tohu Harris out playing with the ball, just finds Walsh a little bit of space. Harper's been exceptional in his defence, comes up with an error there. Walsh just back to his feet, and Murchie had some work to do.
Well, Ruben Garrick was going to make sure if Walsh was going to get the try assist, he was going to pay for it. And he's certainly not held there. Jack Murchie finally gets his try.
You see there, I mean, Tohu Harris, Johnson is passing to Harris to then ball play out the back. Just finds Reece Walsh, who every time he's touched the ball for the Warriors this season, he looks likely such a good mover of the football. Morgan Harper just comes up with a clean miss. Finds Murchie back on the inside. And 25.5 minutes remaining. 26 points to 4.
Probably a fair reflection of what's happened in the second half. The fact the Warriors are first to score. Murchie, 5th try in his career. Remember, the start of him at Canberra, but came to the Warriors during the COVID period. As part of the campaign to get some players over there. Of course, they needed a bit of help while they were stuck here in Australia, and he's really made every poster winner there now very much part of this Warriors outfit. So Walsh is okay after copying that shot from Garrick. Now, it's a nice, firm surface here. Shouldn't have the dramas he had at Redcliffe last week. And not even the horn could put him off. That's a lovely kick. That horn needs tuning. 26 points to 6 now. We're all excited for Origin this Wednesday. By the way, tickets available for the Sydney game for $50. And it's the same story, Optus Stadium, Perth. So all of you watching over in the West, or people that might want to go over for the weekend, it's a Sunday game, June 26. NRL.com/tickets. You can get, it's a beautiful stadium, that Optus Stadium. $50 will get you into State of Origin. Doesn't get much better than that.
Stay back.
So Manly just taking their foot off the pedal here. Oh, there's a strong start from Afar.
It's a great run. Afar after points. They need to back it up with 5 more, get a nice kick away. What can they do here, the Warriors?
Got the territorial advantage in this second half. Tavanga passing. There's Aiken now. Strong, well contained. Olakau'atu. Tavanga. Remember, they're doing this. No Fanua Blake and Matt Lodge gone, of course. So 2 big units. We'd love to have them. Here's another midfield kick from Johnson. This one might be a little more, no, not imposing. Saab takes it, but then Harper under pressure. Now it's a problem. So the Warriors here with a repeat set and a real chance to go back to back. Harris DeVita, quick ball for Aiken. Now Pompey. So things starting to go the Warriors' way here. Again, Harris DeVita, his first receiver now, quite regularly. Johnson again eventually gets it. Here's Walsh. The pass not clean. Watene Zelezniak does very well to keep that alive and to prevent the knock on. So tackle 4, side to side. As it goes from Walsh, the cutout, Montoya, Tuipulotu all over him. Warriors on the attack. Egan, second receiver. Tries to fool them. Sipley, the tackler there. Johnson, the grubber. It's a line dropout.
Contact with you when it's here, mate.
So Johnson gets his team yet another set here.
Well, his first kick to start that wasn't a good one. They come up with an error off the back of it through Saab and also Morgan Harper. He just finds a space there. Reuben Garrick unable to get the ball out of the in-goal area. Reece Walsh starting to impose himself, particularly in the back line. He's swinging from left to right. Tohu Harris playing with the ball a lot.
Well, there is time. And they're not the most stringent defensive side, Manly. Oh, fire. This is a good way to start a set yet again. Looks like off the kickoff. Here's Tavanga, up to the 20 already. Harris DeVita. Second half has passed to Harris as well read. That's Davey. He's a good defender, Davey. Now it comes to Tavanga. Limps himself over the 10. 2 plays left. Egan. Harris. Johnson, the switch. Gets to Harris to Vida. Now it's Tavanga. We didn't see Walsh all set. On the last, Harris for Johnson. There's the cutout. Again, Ateni Zalesniak. All he can do is kick it into the rushing sub, and it dribbles away for Morgan Harper. And the penalty, the frustration growing for the Warriors.
It's not going right for the Warriors. They are just going through the motions. It looks like a training run, the Warriors. I mean, they got Tohu Harris playing at half on the right-hand side. They've got Harris Tavita on the left-hand side. Sean Johnson, your halfback, is 2 passes wide. Comes up with a poor pass to his winger, and it all breaks down.
Is that right? Walsh didn't touch it that whole set?
No.
So Manly now back inside Warriors territory. Carl Lawton, by the way, has entered the game in his first appearance since the send-off against the Bunnies all those weeks ago, round number 8. Toff Sipley, the first try scorer tonight. Now Jake Trbojevic, wants to 4. New defenders there to handle Kohler.
Just been playing a little bit lateral in their second half. The Manly Seagulls off some of their nice hard direct running in the first half. They found some space, particularly through Croker through the middle, and off the back of that, Foran and also Schuster. At the moment, they're just going a little lateral.
2 tackles left, short side. Oh, Foran!
That's a better run.
He got past Harris to Vida, who put everything into that tackle. Well, here we go. Jake Trbojevic. Now Schuster, the right foot kick. Wateni Zalesniak stays in the field of play. Well, that's as close as Manly have been since that penalty goal very early in the second half.
Schuster just pops it over the top there. Maybe could have gone onto the ground. Montoya winds up, tries to get his side out of his own end.
So Harris looks like he'll get through all 80, injury permitting, which is what he did last time for the first time since his return.
He's been incredible, Dan. ACL comes back last week, 46 tackles for no misses. Such an integral part of the team as Reece Walsh now skews one.
We've seen a few of these type of kicks for the Warriors. This time Pompey gets there first, but can only bat it forward. A little perplexing, these midfield kicks. Kohler. But still just the 1 try in the second half, and it belongs to the Warriors through Jack Murchie. Pilato handled comfortably. Schuster is going to have a run this time. He's almost certainly going to be in that role next year. Oh, Harper as it opens up. Now Garrick on the inside. Penzie is back, and Manly reassert their authority. Ruben Garrick scores. Morgan Harper, this is some second half he's having. And whatever challenge the Warriors are putting up has been snuffed out quickly.
And just like that, the Manly Seagulls, they come back down through this left-hand side. Bit of fatigue in around the ruck. Morgan Harper just goes straight between Murchie and finds Garrick, who's been very busy throughout this game. 160 run metres, throw a try in for his efforts. Was denied in the first half. That's a nice run. In behind the ruck. Johnson not doing his job at marker.
So Garrick, good backup work from him. He's quietly picked up his 8th try of the season. There's a lot of love in the room tonight. Garrick and Harper embrace. There's a stat, 7 straight games he scored here at 4 Pines Park.
Specific stuff, which is good.
going to add to that tally with the penalty goal, with a conversion to make it 16 points. So the Warriors, it's a strong 20 minutes there where they did challenge Manly, but just like that, Manly cancel that Murchie try out. The same routine every time for Garrett. And it works for him. 32 points to 6 Manly. That one's going to have to be collected from the roof. James Hooper.
The Seagulls cutting the Warriors open from long range down. And tomorrow, don't miss one of the biggest fights of the year. Australia's George Kambosos faces undefeated American superstar Devin Haney. It's the undisputed world lightweight championships. It will be one of the biggest fights in Australian history. Head to mainevent.com.au to order the fight now.
And you know it's big. You know who's turned up, Corey? Michael Buffer.
There you go.
Let's get ready to rumble, man. Now the short
kick.
Not bad, actually, although they found the tallest man in the game of rugby league. With a bit of leap on him as well, Jason Saab.
There's still 16 minutes and a half minutes remaining in this game. Anything is possible. But you look at the next 3 weeks for the Manly Seagulls. You've got the Tigers, Cowboys, and the Storm. That's for the Warriors. See a late offload there.
Getting a little funky there, the Manly side.
With 32 points to 6 for the Warriors. Their next 3 weeks, they've got the Sharks, the Panthers, and the Roosters. That's quite a 3-week block for the Warriors, who...
But then they get to go home. And it must be, and I'm not trying to be facetious, I promise, Warriors fans. They've done this 3-year rugby league tour of duty. And you know what it's like, Corey, you go on those long trips. What's the hardest part of the trip? It's the last hour before you get home. Right now must be torture because they know they are about to go home and get back to some sense of normality. So round 15 is a home, the next 2 are Redcliffe games. And then round 16 is when they get back to Mount Smart. Next week, by the way, a Sunday night. Bit of a different looking weekend because of Origin and what effect that's had. But the Warriors here quickly up to the 20. The pass of Reachwell certainly touched, and that's the way Grant Atkins sees it. So another set coming here for the Warriors.
We see Wade Egan out, finding his man in Reece Walsh has created all sorts of opportunities at different stages. What about the way that Schuster just picked the ball up in his one mitt and offloaded, didn't blink an eyelid.
Guys, please, Manly.
He must have some big mitts on him.
Come in.
Baseball block.
So inside the last 15 here.
Get in. Clock off. Get in. Stay there. Stay where you are. Look.
Well, this could have been record-breaking stuff for the Warriors. They've avoided all that as now Johnson to Pompey. It was well read, but still Pompey within a couple of metres. Warriors looking for their second. And they got an extra tackle. Johnson now. Harris DeVita, the floater. Watene Zelezniak. He's tough to put away and fashions an offload. It's Harris DeVita into... Here's Tavanga. Here's Egan. Looking it back here. And then Murdoch-Masilla. But now Harris DeVita, dummies!
He's tried hard, Harris DeVita.
Hasn't he just? And 6 more tackles. He's got an extra set here. So now it comes out for the Johnson side. Murchie has their lone try. Now Egan knocked down. That'll be more tackles coming for the Warriors.
Jake, Carl's gone 2 obvious hand on balls. If he goes again here, mate, you're going to sit down. Carl, just 2 hand on balls.
We see there a bit of information given to Jake there. Carl Lawton's just had his hand on the ball. If he does it again, he'll go and sit down.
So that's not the team warning. That's the Carl Lawton warning.
Yes. Well, what can the Warriors fabricate here? Harris Tavita looks likely on the left-hand side. He's certainly been very busy. Tohu Harris has had his hands on the ball. Reece Walsh looks the most likely in their side.
Murdoch Masilla. Oh, he tries to crash his way through. Comes out here. Harris Tavita. Oh, he's looked likely of late. And then wrestled back. Harris. Yes. Setting up the line with Siridan. Harris the decoy. Johnson the runner. The tip on from Walsh. Anthony Zalesniak can't haul it in. They've done well there, Manly.
Yeah, they defended pretty good out on this left-hand side. Harper's come up with a few big plays that time there. Saab just racing in on Walsh, just got him to play a little bit earlier than he'd like. The pass wasn't too bad. Martini and Zalesniak probably should have caught that. There was an opportunity in the right-hand corner, unable to do so.
Oh, there's Walsh hobbling. Geez, you've pointed out Harris Tavita. Hasn't he been?
Well, he's a one-man band in the halves at the moment. I mean, I don't want to keep harping on about it, but Sean Johnson, seriously, has not turned up for the Warriors this evening. Right from the start, he put 2 bad kicks up. He come up with an error, and off the back of that, they have been chasing their tail.
There's no question, though. The number 6 is having a red-hot crack. And it comes down to Schuster. Harper. Full of confidence now.
Some space out on the right.
All his confidence was taken away in 40 minutes at Shark Park. It might have all returned in these in this 40-minute period. And Lawton, the dummy half. Played for the Warriors, of course, for 3 years. Was very good across the Tasman. And now comes away with Tenny Zalesniak, feeding it on to Berry, but there he's wrapped up by Saab and Jake Trbojevic.
If they're able to go on with this, which you'd expect, the Manly Seagulls haven't won a game in Origin period, Dan, since 2015.
Is that right? That's a telling stat, that.
Only Bailey Cherry Evans, the only person that they give up this series at the moment.
There's normally Jake Trbojevic, Tom when he's fit. Comes now. Oh, there's Reece Walsh having a look, and now here's trouble. Schuster holding it out with one hand now. Was that an advantage? He ran for a long way.
Well, the legs were pumping on Schuster. He didn't actually go too far.
10 metres, it's up to me. I really encourage guys to get up and play like that without taking the ball off them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair call. That's a fair call from Grant Atkins. Again, come down to this right-hand side. Reece Walsh just trying to feel like he needs to come up with a big play. They're chasing points.
That's a page, a leaf out of the Bill Harrigan book. Just give him a crack. If it's advantage, let him.
Yeah, I like it.
Let him play a bit of footy. I dare say there would be a referee somewhere out there that would think, well, he held it out nonchalantly. That's advantage gone.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to do it again here, Manly, at 4 Pines. Just their 4th game here, but they're going to be 4 from 4. Schuster. Oh, there's Watene Zalesniak jamming in on Garrick. And now 2-on-1 strip. Well, that's just a frustration penalty. Now, the crowd's been patient in this second half. They were treated to a wonderful 40 minutes from their perspective.
Back here, fellas. Here's 10 ready, Jack.
Hey, with the pass. It would have been something if Sipley had the first try and the last try. Here's Croker. And all over him there at marker. Siridan there, cleaning that up quickly. Forward. Against the grain, Kola. That's on to Kola, the 14, and Kola almost muscles his way there. Oh, he's keen to get off the mark. And now Lawton's going to try and barge his way over. Not this time. They're ready for that one, the Warriors. 4-4, and he knew it was coming there.
Yeah, nice play. The experience of Foran there.
It was Reece Walsh launching himself at 4-8. On the last here is Croker putting up a good kick. Up they go. That's Falcon. That's live. That looks like a try. It's Garrick again. And it's a try. It's confirmed.
Yeah, no DCE, no worries. Croker comes up with a wonderful little kick. He's had a busy game. And Garrick bags his double. Just catches the ball, props himself. Beautiful kick for Saab. They come off the head there. Then Garrick crosses for his second try. That's a terrific kick.
Oh, Rocco. You've entered the highlight reels, Rocco Berry.
Harper's done a great job there to go up and pull out of it.
When it's not United, it's not United. That's just unlucky for the Warriors. But Manly get their second for this second half. And both belong to that man, Reuben Garrick, who now has 20 points. A little stat, if and when he kicks this, that'll be the most points by a Manly player against the Warriors. But
well, there's still six minutes remaining. The game is well and truly put to bed now. You just get the sense that they may have a little bit more caution to the win, the Manly Seagulls. It took a long time for them to catch some points in the second half. You mentioned through Garrick, who's got a double.
It's getting away again from the Warriors. The score just starting to really have an ugly look about it. Not for Manly. They've cancelled out half of their negative for and against. So 22 points for Reuben Garrick, 38 points to 6 the score. Well, no one can replace Tom Trbojevic, but Garrick proving if you just put yourself in the right place at the right time, you're going to be rewarded.
Yeah, he's got a double. He's been terrific this evening for the Manly Seagulls in the number 1. Such a busy player, finds himself in a lot of the right spaces. 14 runs, 167 run meters, 2 tries, 22 points in the game.
You said it, there might be more, mightn't be done yet. Tomorrow, Sunday ticket. Actually, it's a pretty normal day tomorrow. There's no early game, but 3 p.m. the Sunday ticket is on, and it's Canberra versus Roosters. Could we have a repeat of that extraordinary game last Sunday, Canberra Parramatta? That was a cracking afternoon. And it's ad break free during play here on Fox League in the capital. And then it's Sunday night with Matty Johns, ET, and Matty Moylan will be on the couch. Aloier, probably no coincidence, Corey, that they've reinvigorated with Sipley and Aloier re-entering the game midway through the second half. Kepi. Oh, now that was a little arrogant from Schuster. And now comes away here to Berry. Well, if you're going to go around the back like that, do it when it's 38-6. Or to Colo now. Under Siren, and he's tried hard. For Murdoch Marcillo really launching himself at the line, but well contained. Trbojevic just getting off in time, not conceding the extra set. Afar crashes over. Bundy Afar is in. And this time it's the Warriors who just crashed their way through the middle. And Bunty gets himself a try.
It's a little too late for the Warriors, but Bunty Afoa has been inspirational in the second half. He's had a couple of really big charges, spent time in the bin in the first. The Manly Seagulls are able to capitalise on that, but he gets a try here. Croker just rocking out onto his left-hand side, opens the space.
Now, we want to make sure he's got this down here. Looks like he has, but...
Yeah, try confirm.
Try confirm. There we go. Been that sort of night, Corey. They could take anything off the Warriors, but that's all good. 38-12 and 97 games for Bunty to notch up his 7th career try. Pretty even in their second half, actually. What was it, 24-0?
Yeah.
So it's 14-12, 2 tries apiece.
Is that the positive you take out of it if you're a Warriors fan?
Could have been so much worse.
Stay back,
Could have been just
Wait for
all-time
the kick.
stuff, but not the case. Albeit a pretty handy margin of victory. Don't forget, stick around. We'll hear from Nathan Brown and Des Hasler. And the team back at the Clive Churchill studio. Here's Otu Kolo, 7th game of first grade.
Let him go. Come back here.
So this is going to be 5 defeats in a row for the Warriors. Oh, there's a strong tackle. Big pat on the back too for Carl Lawton. Zero. Oh, well, that was awkward, but okay. Harris to beat up, again running the show. The lovely pass there from Pompey. Puts his man Montoya down the sideline. Then the pass. Pompey was entangled with Tuapolotu. And it's a legal tackle and it's a knock on.
Yeah, great recovery out on the right-hand side.
Mate, I've got a captain's challenge from the Warriors. I've ruled a knock on off the Warriors. They're claiming he's tackled without the ball, the small player.
It was Tuapolotu and also Kohler. Got beaten on the outside.
Tackle without the ball, mate. Small player.
Well, Kohler has a miss there on Montoya. Garrick makes contact. That's all play on at this stage.
Well, the hands are on him.
Come on.
Just looking to see if Adam Pompey is tackled before coming in contact with the ball.
Defined tackle. His hand was definitely on him.
Well, they might as well burn their challenge. There's only 3 minutes to go. And they might win it too. Letter of the law, Corey. Come on, give them something. They have hardly had anything go their way tonight.
Well, we go back to the first half of the Marty Tapau, the try. I mean, they couldn't get that.
Contact is made with Adam Pompey before the ball arrives. The challenge is successful.
Penalty coming to the Warriors.
Thank you. Time on.
Many have left here at Brookvale. Not a huge crowd here, but I think they sense there might be one more big moment coming before the night's out. Well, the Warriors have a chance to get their 3rd try. Murdoch Masilla gets things going.
Let's go.
So Johnson, oh, there, we've got a big moment, all right. It's Jason Saab, and it's all over. Jason Saab goes the length of the field. He's in 2nd gear, and he cruises over. Manly into the 40s. Saab has his 2nd for the year. And they're standing once again at Brookie.
Well, how often have we seen Jason Saab in open space? Didn't have to change out of 2nd gear. Spot on, Dan. Once again down the right-hand side. They come through Johnson out to Walsh, trying to find some points, come up with a big play. And Saab just gets between the 2 attackers and races away. And 44 points to 12 after the kick to come here for Ruben Garrick is probably a better indication of where this game has been. It's been one-sided, it's been dominated by the home side. There's been some wonderful performers.
Well, it's a sight we haven't seen much of this year. Jason Saab in full flight. 26 tries last year. That just his 2nd in 2022. Oh, careful, Josh. That's a grade 1 contrary conduct eye gouge.
He'll pay a fine and get off that. He'll buy you a round of drinks tonight.
So There's a few players that have had a real confidence boost tonight, Manly. No more so than Morgan Harper, but nice to see Jason Saab with a big smile on his face. Done it without DCE and done it in style. Well, there we go. Garrick will make it 24 points for the night.
Cherry Evans, he'd be sitting back there at Sanctuary Cove with his Queensland teammates just watching on. Very happy with what he's seen from his troops.
Some good scenes in the Gold Coast. Wouldn't be the case tonight because there's no Warriors in the Queensland side, but the Cowboys players giving it to Big Tino.
Yeah, it was terrific, wasn't it?
Not for Tino, but
could you imagine like what a Cam Munster would have been like in that little environment? Just seeing Tino just slouch further in his chairs. The Cowboys were starting to ruffle his feathers.
I don't know if you want to wake up that beast. Great to see the Panthers players last night make the trip to their home ground. And what a special night that was. Kurt Falls, the toast of the town. Every media request today was for Kurt, so big day for him after a special Friday night. Stick around here on Fox League. Our usual post-game coming up.
A minute 15 remaining. 50 could still beckon.
Boyovich happy to take the tackle. Haven't fired a shot yet in this set.
We've got some shape on this left-hand side. Schuster. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Schuster shapes the kick. Goes to Harper. Not the cleanest pass, so stunts them for a moment. Well, they got something special here. Probably their last shot. No. Schuster slams it into touch. 44, more than enough. And the Warriors won't be in any hurry to get this restarted. What have you made of his night, Corey?
Well, I thought early in the game he did a lot of things right. He created some space. He didn't overplay his hand. I think Kieran Fawn's been terrific. There hasn't been a lot of highlights in and around what he's done, but the way he's directed his team, Croker on the other hand with alongside him, directed his team around.
Oh, here's Walsh. Oh, he's got the little tug there. And now Garrick down the middle. Just wasn't Walsh taken out of it? Anyway, the referee is going to call a halt to proceedings, and that ends that. Hugs all around. Manly's three-game losing streak comes to an end. They've done it in style. It just was on the Warriors' night. And Manly get their 6th win of the season. Full time at Brookvale. Manly 44, Warriors 12.